Hello, hello. My voice is audible, dear student. Hello, hello. My voice is audible, dear student. Hello, dear student. Very good evening to all of you. So, dear student, today we are going to discuss about 9th July, the Odisha-specific newspaper analysis. So, dear student, to get this PDF, we are providing on a daily basis. You simply scan this QR code to download our Strive-IS application. In that application, you can get not only this PDF, but also past current affair or daily newspaper analysis. Current affair is already available there. You can download that. And those who are using iOS and iPad device, so you can simply download the Class Plus application and then use the org code PKRMEJ to get access to all these things also. Okay. So dear student, and those who want to test practice some test, you can join our application and join our test series. So first 5 tests are open and free to all, so you can practice that. So first important news of the day: bus parked at the Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar bus terminal in Bhubaneswar as bus driver resorted to siege walk protest over various demand. So recently there is a siege walk demand by different worker at the Bhimrai Ambedkar bus stations. Okay? So because bus driver they are having certain demand, so that is the reason they have started cease to work. That means they will not work until their demand is going to fulfill. So you need to know about all these things because they are part and parcel of our society. So their welfare is very much essential. Okay. So next is state celebrate Rasgula Dibbas as sibling deity return to the Sri Mandir. So the Odisha celebrated Rasgula Dibbas on Tuesday, marking the return of this sibling deity Lord Balabhadra, Devi Subhadra, and Lord Jagannath to their abode in 12th century. 12th century shrine in Puri after annual Rath Yatra. So Rasgulla Dibbas is celebrated as Niladri BJ. So that is also celebrated. Okay. So on the occasion of Niladri Vijay, Rasgula Divas, heartfelt greeting to all the devotees. This is what said by our Chief Minister, even the Governor also given. So in the early days, the sweet was known as Khira Mohan. So this sweet was known as Khira Mohan. It is the same as the Rasgulla. So they can ask about question, what is the ancient name of the Rasgulla? So it is Khira Mohan. So our Rasgulla is totally different from the West Bengal. Yes, there are different in terms of texture, taste, and process of making is also quite different. So Bengal Rasgulla came into existence in 1868, while the sweet originate from here are 500-year old. There is a mention of the Rasgulla in Dandi Ramayana written by the Balram Das. So here you need to remember that Dandi Ramayana is written by Balram Das. So there is a clear mention of the Rasgulla. So next is here it is said that let Rasgulla is given GI tag for both to the West Bengal for West Bengal Rasgulla, and Odisha is given GI tag for Odisha Rasgulla. Okay. So and also recently we have seen that some the devotee they violated the norms of whatever the norms given by the temple. They carry the phone. So because of that, so action likely against the unruly servitor, so that action might be taken. So dear student, those who want to join our OPSC test series, so simply scan this QR code and join our application. Okay. So next is 448 suspected Bangladeshi Rohingya held recently. So intensifying its crackdown on the Bangladeshi Rohingya living illegally in the state. So police Thursday held 448 people for identification documents. Officer said that the police in Jagat Singhpur district detained 4 members of the family residing in the port town of the Paradip. So so many people they are coming to the from the Bangladesh to the Odisha. They are staying there and they are involved in the anti social activity. So because of that, we have to verify them and send them back. We doubted that many of them do not have valid documents. So and they are staying in the country. So they have confessed to have entered crossing the river from the Bangladesh and stay sometime in Kolkata before coming to the Paradip. when some of them are also confessing that this, yes, they are also overstaying here. Okay. So next is government launches rooftop gardening campaign. So there is a recently proposal by the government to launch rooftops. And all the rooftop we can use for gardening purpose. We can plant a tree there. So that is going to not only meet the need of our vegetables and fruits, but also help in reducing the effect of the greenhouse. The urban highland, the island. The initiative focus on educating resident and institutions to promote greenery amid urban growth. Now we are seeing rapid growth of urbanization, but that is the reason greenery area is declining and urban heat island is quite prevalent. So aim to reduce the concrete landscape and enhance the green space in Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, Sambalpur, Gorakhpur and Jaipur. So project seeks to combat the urban heat, improve the livability through eco-friendly horticultural practices. So that means not only provide the fruits and vegetable, but also help in reducing urban heat island. Dear student, those who are want to join our Dronacharya year-long mentorship program, you can scan this QR code. You will get high quality mentorship at very nominal price. Okay? So next, there is a very important development. KIMS Professor Sambi Das joined the SEPS. So what is the full form of SEPS? So it is nominated as a Executive Council member of South Asian Federation on of Endocrine Society. This achievement is a this is Das is one of the three distinguished endocrinist from the India elected to this prestigious position, representing India on the prominent regional and global platform. Okay? Just remember that if they can ask, you can write that. So next is MOFADH to organize events. So the Ministry of Fishery, Animal Husbandry and Dairy. So it is different from Ministry of Agriculture. Will observe National Fish Farmers Day on 10th July. So you can say from 10th July को will celebrate as a fish farmer days. ठीक है? So ICAR, what is the full form of ICAR? Indian Council of Agricultural Research. So tell me in the comment where the headquarter of ICAR is located. ठीक है? So ICAR Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture campus here in the Kausalya Ganga. So event will highlight the India's significant stride in fisheries and aquaculture, reaffirming government commitment to the blue revolution. So here we can note down that blue revolution is a scheme that is being implemented by the government for promotion of fishery sector. So dear student, there is another scheme that is being launched by the Prime Minister of India. So what is that scheme for promotion of fishery sector? Tell me in the comment box. So you have to study about recent step taken by the government for promotion of the fishery. So next is ICAR, CIFA, NFDB, and so official have been working meticulously to ensure successful gathering over 150 stakeholders. So fish farmer entrepreneur, so they have been organized there. So we have to establish fish farmer producer organization. These are actually, let's say these we have established fish farmer producer organization. Small fishermen, they sell their small amount of fish here, and here we'll collect and do the central processing, and after processing we can sell that in the international markets. Okay, so that fish farmer then get lot of profits. So OIC host law interns for RTI training. So the Odisha Information Commission. So dear student, it is your duty to have to study about Odisha Information Commission. It is established under which act? What are the powers? What are the responsible? Who is the current chief Odisha Information Commission? How many members are there? What are the challenges that we are facing? Okay? So you have to study everything. Okay, the Odisha Information Commission provide valuable internship opportunity for new law student, enabling them to gain practical knowledge of how RTI is functioning. Once people or student having knowledge about RTI, so they can apply and bring transparency. So as part of the program, student attend the hearing and observe how cases are disposed under the act, offering the first hand sight into legal procedure and government transparency. So Chief Information Commission name is Manoj Parida. So you have to remember who is the current Chief State Chief Information Commission. Manoj Parida stated that internship help in student to understand different provision of RTI Act and witness real-time application in the hearing. Such exposure could empower students to promote public awareness on the citizen right to access to the information. So why RTI is not being implemented properly? Because there is a lack of awareness among the people about what's going on. So once there is a people the student are exposed, so they can create awareness among the people, so more people can demand information. So you can while talking about RTI OIC, Odisha Information Commission, you can talk about this internship is provided so that people or student will have first hand experience about how they can apply for the RTI. And dear student, those who want to write for UPSC mains answer writing, you can join our daily answer writing program, or those who are writing for this year mains, you can join that. It is very nominal fee, yet you'll get high quality, evaluation. So, dear student, this is a very important development. So, vanishing land, Kendrapada battle with coastal erosion. So, recent time we are seeing that in Kendrapada, the sea level is rising, and the high tide, during high tide, so water is entering into the deep area. So, because of that, it is creating a lot of problem for the local people, and people are quite they are quite like fearful of that. So, people demand that we need to देखो what happened before this. या पूर्व कौन होता कोस्टल एरिया रे हम एटी कौन सब लगे सुंदरवन टाइप रे ଆମେ ସବୁ ଲଗାଉଥିଲେ so because of that it protect the high tides but now we have cleared all this land for agriculture so because of that it is not able to stop all this high tides so high tides is entering into the low lying area and it is submerged under the water and that led to these water crises and displacement all these things and why this is happening first it is because of we have cleared all this mangrove trees second because of rising global warming climate change so more snow ice is melting so they are adding more fresh water so that is adding more fresh water to the ocean so that is the reason sea level is rise and that help in submergence of this coastal area so dear student you can study it and whenever you write about impact of climate change in Odisha you can talk about this also na and disaster is not like sudden like disaster is not sudden like the cyclone or earthquake. This is also a slow disaster. So that is what having severe repercussion for the Kendrapada district. So next is ambulance vandalized during the Moharram process in the Remuna. So this is a very sad incident happened. So one particular ambulance that is carrying a patient, so with siren being stopped by a few people, and then they have that that ambulance driver has been severely thrashed by this and this damage to the ambulance by some people. So law enforcement agency need to take very strict action. So those who are involved, there should not be any tolerance. There should be zero tolerance to such activity. Whosoever involved, they need to be punished very severely so that no one ever dare to act like that. Okay. देखो ambulance is always a emergency vehicle it should be always having a siren you cannot say that we are having religious festival whatsoever may be a religious festival you should have to give this passes to the ambulance so you cannot attack the ambulance so this kind of those who are you can say uneducated not having our they don't know how to behave people so such kind of people have to deal with very strictly okay so next is Nuapada Maoist camp busted and explosive seized. So a Maoist camp was busted, a large catch of explosive and material seized during coming operation by district volunteer police. So a district volunteer police they have found huge catch of arms and ammunition in the Odisha Chhattisgarh border near Nuapada. So they discover also tiffin bomb 20 gelatin sticks. So we have already seen that gelatin stick been theft from a truck in the Raulkela. I think you know about that. So and electric detonator. So among these, police have earlier received an alert from the intelligence source about the Maoist movement in the dense forest of the Narayana Dongri. So on the direction, so district volunteer force. So they have successfully found all these things. So why recently there is increasing instances of Naxal activity because the security forces believe that intensify anti-Maoist operation in neighboring Chhattisgarh. So force they are taking shelter in the Odisha. So they here it is Chhattisgarh. So here operation is going on. So they cross and enter into Odisha for their shelter so that they can avoid their crackdown in the Chhattisgarh. So Maoist rebel attempt to set off new hideouts in hill and forested terrain along the Nuapada Chhattisgarh border. However, the seizure of the explosive and destruction of the camp have dealt a severe blow to their plan. So they might plan some, some attack on the you can security forces or government installation. But after this, you can say seizure. So this is a death blow to their actions. Okay. And dear student, those who want to join our podcast, you can interact with me and you can simply scan this QR code and you also scan this QR code. So next, there is a very sad incident. Odisha tourist molested in the Daraga beach. So we are seeing that so many people have been molested and violence against women is increasing in women, which is very sad incident. So we need to ensure if Odisha want to be emerged as a tourist destination, it is the high time we need to protect. We need to ensure that safety of the women so that there should not be any incident. So it's a very sad incident. So just remember that. You can give example of Gopalpur beach incident. Then other area also severe incident is happening. So 444 Bangladeshi held in Jharsuguda. As many as 444 suspected Bangladeshi national allegedly, residing in illegally in various part of Jharsuguda district has been identified. So there is an intensive crackdown going on in all over the India because Home Ministry given 30 days period for the state and union territory to act against all these illegal migrants. Okay? So according to the official, these suspected illegal migrants have under verification and they are believed to have been staying in the district without valid documents. So authority believe that many of them enter a district with pretext of finding work, but later found to be involved in various antisocial activities. So they involved in the criminal activity. So police had reported having received intelligence on the illegal presence of suspected Bangladeshi over the past few months. So now we are taking the action so that we prevent all sorts of activity. Okay. So next important news, it can talk about this whatever here written, it can be used as an example. Ethics like valor, how resilience helpful in overcoming even the death. So, in what can only be described as a testament to the human resilience and perhaps a touch of miracle. 70-year-old woman was rescued from a tree branch Tuesday when 26 hours after he was swept away. 26 घंटा ପରେ ତାକୁ ପାଣିରେ ମିଳିଲା। ଜଷ୍ଟ ଭାବ ଜଣେ 26 ଘଣ୍ଟାରେ ପାଣିରେ ରହିବା ଗୋଟେ ଡାଳକୁ ଧରି ରହିବା କେତେ ମୁସ୍କିଲ ଜାଣିପାରୁଥିବ। So the dramatic rescue and our survival against the odd have generated intense discussion in the area, which may calling it for clear example of divine intervention. Locals are now hailing the Ahalia resilience and swift action of the fire person. No doubt, our administration or fire department they need to be also given all this credit also. So it is the you can say both the heroic action of the both 26 hours staying in a branch of tree, it's quite difficult also. So dear student, this is all about the Odisha related news of 9th July. So dear student, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel and share this video with a friend. देखो motivation it's for me, the motivation is your like, your comments and how much you love. Okay. So also if you have any suggestion, if you want anything, please write in the comment box. I'll make that video also. Okay. Yes, student, I'll have to end here. So till then, we'll also meet tomorrow.